this absurd fascination of mine that I gotta ask Hawaiian fighters about. Do you know anything about Kill Haole Day?
Yeah, I mean,
What up, maniacs? Shaquille Madjoui here, and you know who this is. Not only will he whoop your butt, but based on our last chat, so will his wife and his entire family. Dan Ige, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. That's a funny description there, but yeah, I'm doing great. Family's doing great. How are you? How about yourself?
Hey, you know what? Can't complain. Living the dream talk, spending the day talking to you, so it could be much better than a lot of other people I could be spending my time talking to.
For sure.
Now, your partner is, remind me, CrossFit athlete or weightlifter?
Yeah, CrossFit. She's obvious. I mean, she's actually getting back into working out pretty heavy again, but took some time off because of the pregnancy. But she actually worked out for probably 8 months of her pregnancy,
Wow.
had the baby, and then maybe a month later started working out again. So yeah,
Baby's gonna come out swole too.
yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this video she posted of you being a wonderful training partner, letting she had you in like a fireman's carry doing squats. But sneaky, Dan Ige throws on a guillotine. Explain yourself.
I don't know. I think it's just habit, by nature. Anytime I'm in some kind of grappling, even though she was carrying me, squatting me, I don't know. I always tend to find the neck and or armbar or something.
Yeah, my girlfriend, I haven't trained since November just because of the pandemic, but for a long time I always had to say like one arm's reach apart, two arms reach apart from my girlfriend. She's like, every time you get near me, we're just talking, we're hugging, and next thing I know, I feel Kimura coming on. Like you just can't
Yeah.
help yourself.
If someone puts their hand on my shoulder, I'm arm dragging them. Like it's just
Exactly.
habit.
Now, you spoke recently about coming off the Korean Zombie fight of plodding your way up the mountain. What does that map look like? Do you have a timeline in mind, opponents, anything of the sort?
To be honest, like it was a great fight, good experience. I fought one of the best guys in the world, and I took it hard for a little bit, but I can't just sit there and pout about it all day. So I've honestly just been mentally getting myself right, physically getting myself right. So I had a little minor injuries from the fight, but I'm getting healed up now, and I'm starting to get back into routine and training and figuring out this new life. Just being a father, because
Yes.
honestly, when I was in that fight camp, like everything went on the back burner because I had to be so focused and disciplined in those areas for the fight. But yeah, like it's so for now, for me, it's honestly just getting everything, getting mentally right, physically right, and then getting the mental and physical aligned to where I can thrive and be at my best. For me to, I'm just getting ready to make the climb again. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter who I fight right now. I just got to get back on the winning track. I got to, get 2, 3 more wins to even be in the talks again of a top contender fight. So I'm getting ready. I think you will probably see me again this year, if anything, end of the year, and if not, maybe early next year. So
Okay.
just getting ready to attack the mountain.
Good update. And you know what? I'm sure you're probably gonna still find yourself fighting a pretty notable person in a pretty important fight because once you've made that main event level, there's not you can't go too far back down the mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean we're just back down at base camp, and we have to, find the new path. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, like you said, I'm not. It really doesn't matter. I'm not. I'll probably fight somebody within the rankings, but like that's not my priority. They have to be above me. They have to like. It doesn't really matter. I just gotta
Gotcha.
fight, get some wins, and my goal is to be the champion, and I really believe I will be. It's just I hit a bump. I'm on a rocky path, but got to make those minor adjustments and just keep getting better. I'm still young in this sport, and I feel like I'm just entering my prime. So I got to take full advantage of these next 3 to 4 years for sure.
That is the nature of the game. And speaking of the champion, of course, UFC 266 is on the horizon. Alex Volkanovski, Brian Ortega. I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but I haven't asked you yet. Do you have your official prediction for how that fight's gonna go?
It always changes, and I haven't, to be honest, I haven't watched much of the Ultimate Fighter because I'm sure that would have some kind of like impact on my decision. But I have only watched a few episodes. But I mean, they're both dangerous. Or I would say Ortega's more dangerous as far as finishing fights and finding a way to win. Um, but Volkanovski is just very smart. He knows how to win. Um, he's very good at winning decisions. I'm not underestimating his finishing ability, but he just knows how to win fights. So if he can fight his fight and play at the distance he needs to play at or to fight at, then he can very well win that fight. But I think Ortega has that finishing ability. I still don't know how he makes 145. He's a big guy. uh, I would, man, if I had to predict, I'd say and still.
Okay. While Dan Ige is making his climb back up that mountain, who do you see as the next title challenger? Because it's basically Max Holloway, but it's weird, right? Because of those two wins that Volkanovski had. So if you're to look at it, and he's injured right now, is there anyone you kind of see as next in line?
Um, yeah, no, like you said it. You said it right. It's Max, and I mean, I feel like it kind of depends on the title fight. If
Hmm.
Ortega pulls it off, and then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Max has a win over him, and he would just have to make that fight. If Volkanovski pulls through again, it's like, do you make the fight for the what, fourth time? I don't even know. Two times,
Who
three times.
knows?
I don't know. I think Max has a bright future, and he can compete at 145. He can compete at 155, and yeah, I don't know where he goes, but I definitely think he's the obvious contender. Outside of Max, you got who else? Yair and Zombie. Uh, and I don't know what happened to Zabit.
Possibly, if Giga Chikadze beats Edson Barboza, I don't think that's the number one contenders fight, but I feel like you could probably then slot him into something big after that.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Giga pulls this off, he's definitely going to earn a big shot somewhere. Um, so yeah, the whole featherweight division is
It's
awesome right
wild.
now. It's wild. So there's so many good fights, and anyone's a fight away from being a contender.
Let's step away from MMA as we wrap up here. I talked to Boston Salmon once about something that he actually brought up, and ever since then, it's been this absurd fascination of mine that I gotta ask Hawaiian fighters about. Do you know anything about Kill Haole Day?
Yeah, I mean, it's a room. I mean, I think it's an old like growing back up in like the 70s and 80s and whatnot. It was just I don't really know how to describe it. Yeah, but I just don't think it's like this doesn't exist anymore. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like Howley isn't really. Sorry,
No worries.
hello. Sorry, I got a call.
All good.
I guess the description of a Howley wouldn't really be based off skin color. You can.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of based off like we call Howleys like an outsider because obviously the history of Hawaii, is taken over, by the Europeans and whatnot. And now it's like we were, it's like we're a U.S. state, but we're not really a U.S. state.
Mm-hmm.
We're just by force we are. So like, I don't know. That's something like I carry the Hawaiian flag with proud, but I feel like I don't know. This day and age, everyone gets so offended by anything you can't even say anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
We'll avoid painting you in a corner here. That's okay, Dan. Let's talk a little bit about Hawaiian food. Now, you can thank my fellow Canadians for the Hawaiian pizza, but we all know that's not really Hawaiian food. If someone were to search out some authentic Hawaiian cuisine, or maybe they're headed to Hawaii, what would you recommend they try?
Well, if you go to Hawaii, you gotta get a real poke bowl. I know they make poke bowls everywhere, but it's not real. It's not like you gotta go experience fresh ahi from the Hawaiian Pacific Ocean. There's nothing better than that. If you don't like fish, uh, You obviously got your Kalua pig, your chicken katsu, your locomocos, egg with gravy and hamburger patties and rice and mac salad if you like mac salad. There's so many good foods. They got a bunch of good spots in Vegas. If you can't make it to Hawaii, go check out Uncle Frank's. They're actually having an opening today, soft opening, but they have delicious Hawaiian food, and it's in Vegas, so you don't have to go far.
Amazing. And last, and I think most importantly, how was your first Father's Day with the newborn?
It was nice, man. Yeah, Father's Day was the day after the fight. I was a little beat up, but it was nice. We got to go out to Utah. Um, my father-in-law was in town, so we all kind of hung out, spent time together. Had fun. Got to hang out with my son and just enjoy the moment without thinking about a fight or being in a camp or anything. So it was good, man. And I feel like every day for me is Father's Day because every day I get to I've kind of taken like a step back from training and fighting, like my focus, obviously, but and just put my focus 100% on being a dad, being a husband. So it's been nice, like kind of enjoying that time. But I am starting to get the itch again, so get back in the gym soon.
Love to hear it. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe, notification bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Most importantly, Dan, thank you so much for the time today. Appreciate it as always. And be on the lookout for Dan Ige, hopefully late 2021 in an octagon near you.